Hello, everybody, and welcome back. This is Comics episode 45. We're in a new location. Phase two is where we're at right now. It's episode 45. We were hoping to get to phase two by episode 50. So we're 5 episodes ahead of schedule. Welcome to the Comic Show. And make sure you guys hit the follow button because we're going to need those follows really, really bad. Just because we have to build this channel up from the ground up. It's going to be some work, but we should be able to do it. I'm your host, Technique, and I'm sitting here with a co-host, Matt, aka Nighthawk Plays. Why I can always do Nightcock Plays. That'd have been interesting. How you doing, man?
Well, after that, I mean, a little bit better now that people can hear me. Hi. No, I'm doing okay, man. It's fun. What was it 2 weeks ago? Or was it last week? 2 weeks ago was GCX. That was that was pretty fun. We had a good time there. Everything's going good here. Summer's in full swing. Kids just want to go outside and just run around all day, which I'm not prepared for, especially with this heat. But outside of that, pretty good, man. It's been a fun ride so far. It's been a fun ride.
Yeah. We had Will and Charles Soule on
Yep.
that. If you guys want to check it out, check it out. It's pretty good. Talking about their Ren series, Kylo Ren series, coming out pretty good. I was looking at the finished page that they posted on Twitter, and a lot of people are really excited about it. And really, really happy that Charles and Will are working together, and they're just like, because it's hard to please Star Wars like fans. You got your gatekeepers, your hardcore fans, your casuals, your people that don't know anything of Star Wars. It's very hard cake to put together, but Charles and Will seem to be really, really going ham with it, and people are really liking the world that they're creating and hope to see it in movies, which you may.
I mean,
Um,
the way they're running with Disney Plus now, I wouldn't be surprised what they come out with. I mean, they're grabbing from everything. I mean, if you've
yeah,
watched, I mean, we won't. I don't think we're going to talk about it this week, but if you watched, Obi-Wan the full season, there's so much stuff going on there outside of, you know, what we're normally know. I mean, there's legend stuff, canon stuff. It's exciting. So if they're going to start really pulling from comic books, which they did in the show, it's going to be exciting to see because then I would love to see Ren. I mean, whether it's Christian Slater or not, that character design, the backstory, it'd be cool to see that in live action for sure.
yeah. It looks like it's gonna be cool. I haven't seen all of Obi-Wan yet. I think I'm like 2 episodes away from seeing the whole thing.
Okay.
Uh, I personally don't mind Obi-Wan. It's got its really weird, cheesy, dumb moments. But that's Star Wars. I mean, people don't remember like the classic Star Wars had worse cheesy moments. I mean, and especially with Lando. But it's there's some dumb scenes in it, like the chase scene of the first episode was really dumb. I mean, how can you not catch a little anyway? Twice. It's just weird to me. They were like, the
It
girl
was
is, yeah, I think that little girl is a very great actress for her age. I think she does very well. She overacts a lot, but that's fine. I mean, I'd rather her overact than underact. But the chase scenes, I was just like, bro, come on now. Like,
so how can you not go and catch a whatever,
like that was
however
so.
old she was? That was kind of funny. That was.
Yeah, so when the alien actually banged her head into that tree branch, she was just like, huh. I was like, really? All right, that's wild. But
You
anyway,
could see the actors were holding back clearly. But it
yeah,
was but I mean, what did you think of Leia? I personally like she embodies
no, I think she did
Leia and
well.
Carrie Fisher. I thought she was awesome.
I think she did really well. So,
Yeah, I didn't
um,
realize how much I wanted it or needed that as far as
you
seeing
talking
her
the little
in
girl,
it.
right?
Yeah, the little girl Leia.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I didn't
I think she's. I mean, for her, I think she's like what 9 years old, 10 years. I can't.
I
I don't know
forget what
how.
she is in the yeah.
But no, I'm just talking about IRL. She's
Oh
young
yeah.
then.
Oh
She's
yeah.
really good. She's gonna be a great actress when she gets older for sure. I think she's good now, but I think she'll be even better then. Um, but yeah, other than that, some cool stuff happening in the MCU. Um, well, let's talk about the weird. So there's a lot of weird stuff. So people are ragging on. This is what I don't get. People are ragging on Doctor Strange too. I don't think it deserves the hate that it's getting. I really don't.
Okay.
I think the movie was good. I don't think it was one of the best ones, but I thought it was good. It was definitely worth the money I spent on it. People are acting like it's like one of the worst films ever made, and I'm just like, bro, you guys talk so much mad junk about Morbius, but yet you made it a meme and got it so famous that it ended up back in the theaters, and then it actually got a better score than Star Wars. Like what?
God.
Well, it's fans are dumb. At the end of the day, they're just a little all over the place. I don't know what to say. Um, yeah, Morbius back in the theater. It's just weird. Other than that, we have Love and Thunder, Thor Love and Thunder coming out or out, so to speak, quote unquote, if you want to consider the premiere and stuff like that. I haven't read any reviews, not gonna look up anything about it. I'm going in with zero expectations because this is more of a comedy. I think Thor's always been more of a comedy than a serious like MCU thing. Which is fine because what if Thor was fantastic, you know? I thought what if Thor was like the embodiment of Thor. I thought they did a
Wow.
fantastic job, and I thought Chris did a really great job with that character. And I feel like that's what he wanted to do with the MCU, regular version of Thor. I feel like he had to hold back a good bit and have his serious parts, but that comedic way and showing his power while being funny, I think that's exactly like he went toe to toe with Miss Marvel in What If, and it was
Yeah, that was a
really
great
good. It was a
episode.
great fight. It was really comical. He got beat up. He came back, beat her up, and he got beat, and then was just like, "Why are we doing this? They're gonna be doing this forever. Like, I'm not gonna die from this." Like it's just awesome. And then he's like, "All right, if you don't want me to hold back, yeah," like those are cool moments that I need out of that, and it's really nice that Chris Hemsworth um,
Yeah, I
is able
think
to pull it off.
yeah, after what Dark World,
Yeah,
I mean, you had Ragnarok, and then obviously he was a little bit different in Infinity War and Endgame. The
I was
character
annoyed in
definitely,
that game.
yeah, he was just it's like I understand the whole what is
Yeah,
it
being depressed,
oh my god,
failed
what
his
is it?
family, self,
Yeah, yeah,
everyone.
yeah, but it's oh god, what is it? The Shakespearean. Like I understand like the Shakespearean tone they were going with the
Yeah.
first two films. The first one wasn't that bad. The second one was just it is what it is, but he's definitely taken grasp of the character and is having more fun with it clearly like you said. It's more of a definitely more of a comedy. I think there's going to be some hard-hitting moments in this next one just because of
Yeah.
Jane and depending on how they go with it. Christian Bale does look freaking awesome
Yeah.
as Gore the
But
guard
it's
butcher.
Christian
Ooh,
Bale though.
I
Christian
know.
Bale really he would almost kill himself for roles, bro. Like
Yeah, he did. Yeah, what was it?
they
Is it
they
no,
put
not Memento, Mechanic was it? Where he was like
something
skin and bones. It was oh
like
man.
that was yeah, that guy you pay him the money, he will go all out. Like this character, yeah, I think he looks like the best quote unquote villain, I'll just say. I don't believe there's real villains in Marvel. But he
They all
looks like
got
the best
killed off
quote
in one damn
unquote
film.
yeah. And I think he's gonna kick ass. I mean, they're promoting him like he's going to probably last a little bit longer
I hope.
than one movie. That's what it looks like. Man got a full photo shoot, bro. I don't know anybody else they did that with. So I think they're like my most favorite project. So I'm very
Are
excited
you
about
are you
that.
worried that there may be too much going on in this film? Because
No, we went through Endgame and Infinity Wars. We good.
okay. Well, I
And
guess
Doctor
around
Strange
one
too. What
character
else?
I was gonna say just because this is more based on one character and it's not a full team up. Are you like is the worry that there's too much going on? Because even if you just watch the first trailer, you had the Guardians of the Galaxy, or the Guardians of the as Guardians of the Galaxy. You have
Yeah.
Jane, obviously. You have Gore. Is it Gore or Gord, the God Butcher?
Yeah.
And then you have
Mephisto.
all these other realms. You have Zeus, obviously, Russell Crowe with the Bolt. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of things going
I
on
don't
in
think
it.
so, dude. No, every Thor film was smashed with actors. So let's just think about it. Like every Thor film, not every Thor film, but the one with his sister, the one where he's going to get Loki,
Oh yeah,
or, that one. I mean, you had Bruce Banner, you had the Hulk in it, you had his sister, you had
true.
his
Yeah,
father, you had Loki, I mean, there was so many people in there, and I think Thor is one of those movies where you kind of just accept it and go with it. I mean, Loki had a ton. All Marvel films have a ton of actors in it. I mean,
got it
Doctor
to that
Strange
point.
2
Yeah.
was just packed full of stuff. I mean, I was at the one point I was just like, I don't know how they're gonna get through this film with all these people. Like, it should be two films or something. I don't know, but they'll do it. People just accept it. I think they condition people enough with smashing a bunch of people on screen all at once. I mean, Civil War was like the one,
Everything, yeah.
literally every character almost. So I think it'd be fine. I think people are going to accept this as a Thor film and either love it a lot or not, and they'll just accept it and move on. It's not Thor is not one of those characters in MCU people harp on. It's like Black Widow of all they'll harp on. They'll be like, how can Black Widow survive this? How can Black Widow do that?
Yeah.
How is she, how did she not survive the fall? She can fall. It makes sense, So I think those underdeveloped characters that didn't get limelight will get harped on more because people expect more out of it. Or you've seen him billions of times, you're just like, oh, okay, it's Thor. Thou if thou it have whatever, and move on. I think people are gonna be more critical on the new upcoming stuff that'll be dropping soon. Chris Evans rumored to come back to MCU as well, big time. And Chris Evans wants to come back as some weird stuff, man. Not Captain America, like the rumors say. He said he wants to come back as a Fantastic Four, or X-Men. X-Men, I'll feel it. Make the hell out of him, dude.
that
And
is
be done,
true. That
you
is
know?
true. I mean, we've had
Fantastic Four.
instances of prior actors and actresses in earlier Marvel films coming back and playing different characters. I mean, the latest example I believe was oh my god, Khaleesi
Oh,
from Eternals. She was
yeah.
one of the bad girls
Oh, yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
Captain Marvel. They have done it before. I mean, obviously it was makeup versus no makeup. I mean, you're not talking about Chris Evans Captain America here, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, it would be cool even if he voices somebody, like if it's a CG character, maybe, I don't know, but if he comes back as another character, just because God, there's still so many characters that they haven't tapped yet. I'd be
Yeah,
down for it. It'd be cool.
let's just say if he came back as Gambit. Just saying, he's too big for Gambit, but let's just say he came back as Gambit. If he grew his facial hair out like he's already have, and they put a different hairstyle on him, put like the old Gambit, like
The, the,
kind of
the
like the
black
mask,
thing, yeah.
yeah. If they did that and put him in the, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it. We know he's physically possible
Yeah.
to do it, but I think he's. I'm not. I'm a great. All right, podcast listener. I'm not saying cast him as that. Okay, I just want to make sure. I'm just saying, just giving you an example. It's not. I don't see Chris Evans in a Wolverine outfit running around, but
God.
anything that'll cover his face up or put him in makeup,
Yeah.
it'll work. I just hope that X-Men is coming, and we know it's
Oh
coming.
yeah.
I just really hope that they do justice to this and just don't make it another Fox X-Men, because I can't take it anymore. Like I just can't. I liked First Class. I thought it was good for what it was given, but I just I just want them
Well,
to.
I mean, there's been setting. I mean, I know it's not on the board next to us, but they're setting up between Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness,
Mm.
and what's going on in Miss Marvel, which
Yeah, with
that's
Illuminati.
getting so
The
much
heck?
flack too. I love Miss Marvel. I
It-
love that
It's
show,
getting
man.
flack from the audience only. The reviewers fucking love it, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's breaking records of reviews, but it's not doing well. Like hits wise, it's like Miss Marvel is the embodiment of a Twitch streamer.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
they
That whole
have
first
great
scene, yeah.
content. People love people love reviewing the content, and like companies love it, and it's like the right thing to do, and religion and culture and all this shit's all balls into one, and we're cheering for it, and then like the audience is like, ill. We have a female protagonist that's uh Eastern Asian, that's Muslim, that they're picking on all these things. The typical dumb American, like ignorant person that doesn't understand how to be cultured is picking on cultured stuff. I think this show is what we needed. I think it's
I
a
love it.
great relief from a lot of stuff that's been going on. It's good to see another character like Tom Holland's Spider-Man Day One
Yep.
kind of
Yep.
develop. That's what we need, because let me tell you, that girl, what's her name? Iman, I think her name is.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Let me go look it up.
Miss
I don't want to be
Marvel
wrong. I don't want to be wrong,
actress.
because I want to give her justice,
Yeah,
because
Aman Villani.
the fact that I remember her name means not Iman did her acting is on point. It's her first gig, by the way. Just want to let everybody know. She kicked butt, man. She really, really is doing so well. I love her. I love how giddy she is. The funny thing is I think Kevin Feige said it best. Said she's perfect for Miss Marvel for one reason. She's acting as a Marvel fangirl who
Yeah.
is a Marvel fangirl.
Yeah, she's a
And
big
she's
fan of
yeah,
Iron Man, I think it was.
Iron
Right?
Man and apparently Miss Marvel. There's like old pictures of her in like Miss Marvel outfits and stuff.
Oh wow.
Like the old with the black one, So it's like the weirdest thing for okay. Did you hear that kid that's playing her
I think I know what he's
not the
gonna say.
sidekick, but the co
Her
co-actor.
her boy, the boyfriend, her friend that's a boy, but the
Yeah,
yeah, the
the one
kid.
that wants to be her boyfriend. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yep, I
That
don't.
kid apparently was supposed to be Peter Parker, or
Yeah,
like he was second and running.
yeah,
I
he
think he
went in
could have
there.
pulled it off. It's Peter Parker. I don't know about Spider-Man. But I think he could have pulled it off. He looks just like the PlayStation Peter Parker,
Yeah, he's
bro.
got the red hair, like the old school red hair of Peter Parker, right? He's got the
Yeah.
face, got the build. Like I could see. I after
He's
reading,
got
it, I
the
was like,
acting
okay,
skills.
yeah, and
The way
he's a
he's
little bit.
acting in this Marvel
Yeah,
is very kid. Yeah, it's not the confident Peter Parker. It's definitely the yeah,
yep.
type Peter Parker. I think he could have did. I don't know physically. I
And
think Tom Holland
he
probably would have
plays
been
the
his double.
smart guy too. He plays the
Yeah,
smart
yeah,
version of it
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Like it's really cool. Yeah.
I would have accepted it 100%. I didn't accept Tom Holland when I saw him. I was like, I don't know about this, because I knew what Tom Holland did before, and I was like, I don't know.
Yep.
But I mean, I think Tom Holland is the best, in my opinion, of
Yep.
both worlds. And that's only because his predecessors did him justice. I mean, I'll pay credit where credit is due. Um, I don't think without Tobey
Toby.
Maguire and Andrew Garfield that Tom Holland would be able to be where he's at today. And I think that last film really made him because of them as well. I think the trio together did a very fantastic job. But anyway, I'm all over the place. Miss Marvel,
It's a lot of stuff to talk
excellent
about.
show. Yeah, it's an excellent show. I love it. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Watch it with an open mind, with zero expectations. First of all, the cinematography of the show, the style of the show, very dead on. And oh my god, did they pick the right cast? A homegirl from Overwatch is in it. Amani, I think her name is Amaji. I may have said your name wrong. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I'll probably see you on Twitter about it. But she's on it, and she's doing fantastic. And she's finally in the MCU. And she really wanted that, and I'm so proud of her. She's doing a really good job. Sometimes I think she's outshining the other actors, and she's not really the main focus, but she is really outshining them with her. She's going all overboard with her Bollywood stuff. I love it. I love it, man, and how she's snapping and stuff. But she's apparently got a bigger role later on, with the Illuminati stuff that's being shown. Um, and I love her sidekick. I think he's great. I like the way his acting. I love her best friend, in the show so far, because she's really amazing. Forgive me, I don't know your name, but she's
Nakia, I
great.
believe it is. Nakia.
Yeah,
Nakia, yeah, her. She's the actress Yasmin Fletcher, and Matt Lintz
yeah,
is Bruno. Oh God, yeah, Bruno is the
yeah.
Kamala Khan's friend.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But the whole cast is great. Her mom, her dad,
I
everything is
really like
really,
her
really great.
mom. Yeah,
Yeah, I
the
think they really, they definitely took notes from Marvel Avengers. I feel like
the game.
the story mode. It's so close. And the way both the character was portrayed in Marvel Avengers and the way she's portraying the character in the show are very similar. I'm not saying they're exactly the same, but I was just like, this is such a good job because people only that don't know Kamala Khan from comics know her from the video game because that
Yeah,
game was a big hit when it first came out, and the story mode was great. Everyone loved the story mode. So I believe her sticking to that and like kind of like interjecting herself with remembering those little footnotes really, really helped the show along. I honestly think the show's getting flack, Matt, due to the fact that it's culture.
yeah. I mean, that's there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now that's
Yeah.
screwed up to say the least, and
Oh yeah.
it's just all ignorant individuals uh,
Um.
everywhere, unfortunately. But I love the bringing in the culture, the whole Moss, the separation. I'm learning a lot of stuff too, and
Right. Right.
seeing how they're depicting it and having fun, and even though how they did you watch the last episode?
No.
Okay, so the
Watch
first
the one before that.
3 episodes, really depict what I guess outsiders look at Muslims and Pakistanis, and then what it is from the inside. Some of the discussion when cops are involved, and how they're going back and forth.
Mm.
It's really cool, and it gives them there's two lines in this last episode that we'll talk about next week once you watch it that I really like, because it shows that it is so much more, and they're clearly not what everyone thinks of. It's just like two lines. It's really cool, but yeah, I love what they're doing with it. How anyone can give this show flack is
Well, you
it's
know what
silly.
it is, man.
Yeah.
People only know, like I said, they only know Kamala Khan from the video game. Let's be real. I mean,
Lots.
I mean, there's some people that know. I'm pretty sure there's people out there know for the comic, but let's just say the majority of the casual watchers that watch this show know her probably from the video game and probably just looked up some stuff, and they want her to go and begin and I mean, I get it. I wanted it too, and this is very different, but the story will clear it up for you. Mhm. There are versions of Kamala Khan that is different than what you think. Cosmic power is a thing. And will it develop later on and will it turn into her own thing? We have to find out. I mean, the character is so new and fresh. It's just like Peter Parker. Peter Parker
Yeah.
didn't start out anyway like he did in the comics. Like nobody's giving that crap because we've seen 50 billion iterations of Spider-Man. And it's going to be the same thing with Miles Morales. Let's be real. When they actually do a Miles
Yeah.
Morales live action, people are going to be just as critical about the stuff.
Speaking of which,
Oh.
Miles Morales just got flack too for the latest What If comic.
Yeah, it's absolutely fucking horrible, dude. Excuse my language.
So I don't know what happened with it. It just popped in my head. I remember reading the headline. So it's actually the opposite of what we're talking about. It's like it's actually really just like, what are they doing? Okay.
And I might get heat from all around the corners. I don't care. It's people that aren't of the culture trying to be cultured and are very much, dude. He's like, he said by Odin's fade, bro. We don't what? Who says that shit?
Okay.
He was like, he's like, Asgard is my hood. All right. The
He doesn't speak
Mjolnir
like
had
that.
it had graffiti on it, bro. Like I just the man had on some Air Jordans. I just couldn't. I could Air Lightnings, Air Zeus's. I don't know what you want to call them. But at the end of the day, it was like every stereotypical wrong way to do this comic. It's just so bad. There's so many Afro Latinos. There's so many black African Americans. You could have got one or half of the spectrum to write this book. At least review it, edit it, or read it before you put it out. They put that junk out, bro. It was a slap in everybody's face. I was so pissed when I saw. I was just like, every page got worse. Every page got worse. Yeah, by Odin's fade. When I saw I was done, and then he said, Prowler was Loki, okay? And everybody was chocolate in it, which I ain't got a problem with that. But it's just like he said, I forgot what they said, but his in words was word gotta bounce. I'm like, bro, stop.
They went, oh yeah, that's not no.
Aladdin did a better job with with Miles Morales in the Miles Morales series ran. I even like congratulate him for being hip with the times without going overboard. But this, I'm not even gonna put the Arthur's name out there. He already apologized. People ate him up. Okay, like the moment that comic was released, it was trending, and it was bad. It was so bad. They need to. This is what I'm talking about. It's a prime example of why Kamala Khan's or Miss Marvel is so good versus that. It's like, who do you have writing this stuff? Who do you have directing this stuff? Who do you have reviewing this stuff or editing this stuff? All that stuff matters. Your cast matters. You can have anybody, Caucasian, it doesn't matter who it is directing the film. But if you're taking feedback from the people that know about the culture, know about the religion, know about everything, you're in a good place. I loved episode 3. What is it on episode 4 right now, right?
Yes. We're on episode 4 right now. Yeah.
Because she went, the girl was, no spoiler, but the girl was running for a seat in the mosque. And they had every stereotypical group of person that
Yep.
It was so funny. She was like the convertees, the wannabes. I was laughing so hard because
so
that's
real.
in every religion.
Yep.
It's so funny. I was just like, oh my God. and I loved it because as you said in the beginning, first two episodes, Matt, we got to see outside of the life of that. Then we got to see the second episode, we got to see inside the life of growing up with that. And then the third episode, we got to see what was actually going down
Yep.
inside, and I love how they're doing this. It's teaching us, it's educating us, but people don't want to be educated nowadays, remember? Yeah, I loved it. I loved it. I love it a lot. And I love she's underrated. She doesn't get enough praise. I love what's the white girl name that's like the streamer?
The
I
the
forgot
one that got
the one
saved
the
by her in
yeah,
the
yeah, 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 yeah.
Julie, I think it is.
Yeah, I don't she's great because she's embodying the Starbucks going, like sorority having
Zoe, sorry, Zoe.
Zoe, yeah, like I have 15 million views, like that. Man, she doesn't get enough credit on the
When
show.
she sat down by the cop, she's like, "Are you?" Yes, I am. Like it was
Yeah,
so
she,
perfect.
yeah, she's having so much fun, and
Yep.
I think that's the thing, man. The whole cast is having fun.
It reminds me of what we've said about the cast of Spider-Man.
Yes,
They're
absolutely.
kids who are living the dream essentially, and they know it, and they're having fun with it. It seems like even the parents, like the father,
Mhm.
when he jumped in,
Oh, it's
I was crying. That was perfect because that's what parents like. That's I feel like that's hitting the nail on the head, and it's just so good. And you know that there's also more between the mom and her. Like there's
yeah,
just like
yeah.
so much stuff going after, especially after you watch the latest episode. We'll
Mm,
talk about next week. There's just so much stuff going on there. It's you're watching just like we did with Spider-Man. You're watching a show now instead of a movie. That it's everything that I think we thought of as kids if we were in their place, doing everything that they're doing. And I for one love it. It's incredible.
yeah.
And I I don't know where it's gonna end up. It's interesting that after it's interesting that Kevin Feige, excuse me, just came out with this week saying you're gonna know where we're going in this phase in the big bad soon or shortly. He used one of those words, and it was like right after this last episode. I'm like, ha, okay, interesting.
I I'm very happy with what they're doing.
Yeah, and
It's like
we've gotten what and excuse my ignorance, we've gotten Shang-Chi, which is Asian culture recently,
yeah,
right? It's Asian. Well, no, I'm horrible with geography. Like I'm horrible. Like is that
yeah,
Chinese? Like what is I'm
Chinese.
horrible with that stuff.
Yeah, it's Chinese.
Then you got Egyptian with Moon Knight, right? And now
Mhm.
you got Muslim and it's now and obviously Wakanda, obviously
Asian.
Black Panther. It's I
Mhm.
love these cultural diverse shows and characters, and they're embodying them to the fullest, not just in
Right.
the cast but the crew and everything around them. And it's not Iron Man anymore, it's not Captain America anymore, it's not Captain Marvel anymore, it's so much bigger. And it's so good. It's refreshing, actually. It's awesome.
It is nice seeing the torch being passed from the philanthropists, the pretty. I mean, they were all pretty white guys,
Yeah, yeah.
pretty straight cis white guys, and they passed the torch on, and it's becoming more culture, and it's like through the kids, and people see that. It's a shame that people see that as an agenda. I think people just want to make movies and have fun. I feel like we don't have to put I don't want to say I feel like we don't have to put a political standpoint and everything, but I just feel like we don't have to be so judgmental when it comes to education and like admitting that we're ignorant to certain things. Especially when it comes to these movies, uh, and the feedback from the fans, those that care are important, but those that don't, I'm glad the reviewers are reviewing it high because that show will get a season two or whatever it will need to get due to the fact that the reviews are high. But they're gonna have to make that money back and get those hits. But I was very surprised that Black Panther did as well as it did because I thought that was going to be a problem. You know?
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah, I thought, man, it's wild to me how people will revolt and not see
Yeah.
something because I remember
The
reading
color
things
of
about
someone's
like
skin.
there's hardly no white people in this, and I was just like, bro, have you not seen all the films? Like, like what else do you want? That's like complaining about 1 month of Black History. Like, you got every other, you know, But anyway, but I think people just love Chadwick Boseman in general and just love the character. They introduced it like that, like they kind of force fed it, and now people were eating it up, and it was great seeing kids of all colors, shades, and shapes, be a Black Panther and feel like they have something to look up to. I was just watching Winston Duke. Um, he was in Africa, and I'm guessing it was because of the filming of Black Panther 2. And he's with kids, and he's on hoo hoo, and the kids are like hoo hoo hoo. It was just cute. It's
That's
like a whole group
awesome.
of kids, and and he was just filming it, and it's just like the people that watch these films that live this life, so to speak,
Hmm.
are not upset because they feel like the representation is being handled correctly, and that's why you get outrages sometimes. I feel like if this film did not depict, or if Miss Marvel didn't go the route they did, I feel like the views would have been high and the reviews would have been low, and then it would have had a lot of outrage, and that show would have got canceled. So
Yeah, this character
I
is not the character. This isn't
right,
her. It's
right. So I'll take the bashing from the audience. Who cares? As long as the reviewers are happy and that show gets with its due diligence, and she'll be okay. I just hope that she knows how to take the criticism. Being a new actor, this could be hard.
like we can't
You
have
know,
anything nice, man. Between
no.
between
Yeah.
Miss Marvel now, I don't want to butcher her name because I think we
Iman.
talked about it the other day. No,
Oh,
Obi-Wan. I mean, like,
Obi-Wan.
why is every fan base so goddamn toxic?
Oh
Just like
yeah, that.
let
Oh
us,
yeah,
just
the
like
girl.
let us
Yeah.
have our fun. Like it's a story. Like it's.
I think that.
I guess I'm just so like. She handled
What
it
are they
pretty
called?
well too. Like,
Second, third sister. I think she's.
yeah,
I think she's great. She really. I think she really did the role, especially if you got her backstory early on. I don't understand why people
Moses
don't
Ingram,
understand that.
Riva.
Yeah, she mentioned there's I'll just say this without spoilers. Pay attention to the beginning, like literally the first part of the show.
Her scene, yeah.
Pay attention to the kids, and then put two and two together. Like just like come on, man. I think she did really well. I think she did very, very well. I love Vader and Obi-Wan. Oh my gosh. That Vader energy is there. I don't care what people say. I'm loving it. And I'm loving the old film work they're doing. You know, have you noticed what episode? I don't know what episode it is, but when Vader walks through the door and he's just like upset with her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Remember you
does
saw the
give you the
camera was
old
like
school
and he was just
vibes.
like, like, and the camera's like right up on him.
It's
It's
right
like the
there.
worst
Yep.
shot in the world, but it's old school, so you enjoy it. It's like giving you that I'm pissed, I'm coming look. Like, like I thought it was brilliant. I thought those were great.
The
I
way that,
understand the rules, whatever.
yeah, the way Deborah Chow,
I love Deborah
partly
Chow.
wrote it and shot it. It was that perfect balance between the original trilogy and bringing new school in. Like there's
Yeah.
certain scenes that you can tell they did film in the desert or wherever it was, because this was
Yeah, yeah.
filmed during, but there obviously they filmed a decent amount of it at the volume as well. It was very hard for me to pick out a lot of those shots. It
environment
was
was
very
fantastic.
hard.
The environment was fantastic.
Oh.
The ship was amazing.
And the way they play with lighting, it's so good, dude.
Star Wars, bro. I don't care what people say.
Oh,
This was the first Disney show. Mandalorian was great, but I wasn't like, this is Star Wars, like the Star Wars I remember, so to speak. But if you look past the acting and all that stuff, it felt like the first scene and like the first episode, I was like, this feels like Star Wars to me. I'm loving this world. 'Cause let's be real, Mandalorian was great, but it felt like it was on a set. I literally kept saying, man, this really feels like it's on the set. It wasn't that bad to the point of Justice League bad, but I was just like, ah! This looked like it was actually built. Like I was,
oh, we got to
just
talk
like,
about that actually. Oh, sorry.
yeah, yeah. But
We're-
now
Yeah.
Obi-Wan, I was just like, dude, Tatooine is Tatooine. This place is getting me dry. I need lotion. Like it was great.
It was though. It
I'm
was.
just saying, I was like, damn, it's dry out there, boy. People lips be cracked up. Yeah, no, it was good. And I loved I forgot the planet that Leia and her family was on, or quote unquote family. They
Oh, well, yeah,
forgot.
the three, well, the main three planets that they were on, halfway through Tatooine, not
Mhm.
Alderaan, but the planet that they were on where Leia was growing up,
Yeah, yeah.
and that it was Alderaan. Okay, it was Alderaan.
Olderon. Yeah, it was Olderon. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and
And
then
Olderon looked like Olderon.
and then
Old
that
Duron.
yeah, and that Tokyo kind of vibey
Yeah,
one
like
too.
cyberpunk looking.
That
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
the
That's so
environments, the planets, they did it so good, especially in the last episode. There was yeah, that was awesome. It was they did great. They did great. And so are you? I know you said you didn't see the last episode,
the
right?
last episode I've seen. I haven't seen the last two, probably.
Okay, yes, you
The
said you
last
haven't seen the
episode
last two.
I've
Okay.
seen is when they left. Well, when I said
Yeah.
Choke Daddy was in, yeah, that's the
That
last.
was an awesome that was
Yeah.
so
Oh, and James Earl Jones. So
I don't know yet.
it
Sorry,
is.
sorry.
It's
So
him.
it is 100% him, or is it that
They
AI that
went
they did with Mark Hamill?
they confirmed that
They
was him
did?
doing the voice.
Okay. God
Yeah,
damn, it's so
multiple sources.
good.
Yeah, multiple sources. At first, everyone thought that they just recorded and edited it, whatever, like that. But it was confirmed by like two or three sources that he returned to do that.
Well, you know what I like about it, and we didn't have an opportunity to talk about it last time. You get both of their voices. There's been multiple points where you just hear James Earl Jones, but then there's a little like hiccup or something in the breathing or whatever it is, and they give you Hayden Christensen. They give you Anakin. It's so cool. I feel like how they were giving you both at once.
Yeah, yeah. And forgive me, the guy that plays Anakin said he wants
Hayden,
to return
yeah.
and do more. I mean, there's a love, man, with Star Wars that people just kind of like. Once you're a part of the Star Wars universe, unfortunately, our new cubs had a really hard time, and it's not fair to them at all. Really, in uh, John Boyega and
Oh,
forgive me,
Daisy and all them. Yeah, the
Daisy, John
last
Boyega, and
trilogy.
what's her name? I forgot the Asian girl. I forgot her name.
Oh, she
My heart.
got the worst. Yeah.
Kelly. Can't remember. Yeah, my heart goes out there. Like those three, because I don't think they ever got what they deserved at all. Period. When it comes to like, Star Wars world. So hopefully they make amends with that. But anyway, with Ahsoka and all that stuff coming through. Yes, Kelly. I'm so good. Yeah, I'm getting good at this. Reviewing shows, remember names of actors and actresses. Yeah, Kelly is I thought she was one of the standouts.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Everyone talks about Oscar and he was great, but still, Kelly was like, oof. Hopefully they get to due diligence later on with Ashoka and everything coming out. People seem to be a lot happier about Ashoka and stuff. I thought people were going to give flack about it because even though Ashoka is an alien, you never know how people feel about
Well, I
the
mean
Brahm.
that's the but I feel like it wasn't even that. It was the Star
Yeah.
Wars nerds, just like the Marvel nerds, coming out and saying I got her hair. That's not her hair. I don't remember the name. It's like yeah,
Yeah,
it's like it's so
tendrils or
much
whatever.
longer in the at the end of Rebels, where
Well,
compared to
I
in the
mean, like,
show, she's older. It should be shut. It's like,
like, what?
dude.
Shut up. And in Clone Wars, she was animated. Are you gonna complain about that anyway?
She's a stick
Just,
figure that can jump not 30 foot in the air. Come on, like focus here.
like, my God, yeah, but, it is what it is. Just pick your friends when you look at this stuff and talk about it.
I would
Um,
so I've been since Obi-Wan, you say all these things and your phone picks it up. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos from a YouTube site called or channel, excuse me, called Star Wars Comics. And I think
mm,
I've not read, but watched this individual speaking about just about every single Darth Vader comic there is, because
mhm.
that is, or I correct me if I'm wrong, Mundy or anyone else, Frank, that it is canon. They did say that they like if
Yep.
they do a spin-off from this and it's just a Vader TV show, some of the things that they talk about and do in this comic book is insane, and I would love to see it, and it just makes perfect
Yeah.
sense from where
I,
they are and where they end off in
I
this
think that's what
series.
I think that's what Charles Soule's there for.
Yeah, yeah,
I think, and this is gonna sound
yeah.
disgusting. I think he's a hole filler. I think that's what they're trying to do is fill the holes in between the movies, and the books. and they're trying to find a grounded medium for it. And I know Mark Thompson is gonna be busy coming up with a lot more books that are
Yeah.
scheduled. But yeah, Vader is one of the things that they really want to focus on, and that's something that uh without saying too much, Charles Soule and Will were kind of hinting at. Is like there's a lot to be told. You just got to go about telling it the right way.
Well, you know what's interesting? You and I don't know if you've both said it, but I know you said it with Marvel, and Kevin has said it in Star Wars and Scotch, where you said it with Marvel. You start looking at the comics, you start looking at the movies, start looking at videos. They give you the tidbits, and once they're out there, like Wolverine or the X-Men coming out new, and they're out there for a while, you know you're gonna see it in the MCU. Like that's
Oh,
the
yeah.
next thing up. And Kevin has said it with Star Wars, where it's like when they start giving you a little bit of name dropping and things like that, it's the legend stuff. As soon as what was it, at the end of the trilogy, or not the end of the trilogy, at the end of the Skywalker saga, they started saying, okay,
Mhm.
let's start giving them, the audience,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Star Wars fans, a little bit
When they talk
like
about revenue.
Quinlan Voss's name being dropped,
Yep.
and Inquisitors. Like I feel like
Dude,
this
General
is,
Plagueis, fucking
they're
uh,
going ham on Kenomi and Vader because
Kevin.
a Vader series just makes perfect sense, especially with Acolyte coming out at the beginning
Yeah,
of next year or something. They're giving you that just like Marvel is giving you in the same. It's the same but different, and it's really
well,
cool
yeah.
to
I mean,
see.
I wonder if those budgets are clashing. I wonder if like Marvel budgets and Lucasfilm's budgets kind of like have the same pool to where
Ooh.
because if that's the case, then we're gonna see a lot of nice stuff coming out from Star Wars because that's probably gonna be their next baby to sit
Well,
on is Lucasfilms.
how though? Because Marvel's tentpole is still movies, and it's helped storytelling by TV shows, where it's actually the opposite now with Star Wars, where Star Wars tentpole is Disney Plus, and the movies kind of are just gonna maybe be there just for the larger audience, the ones that are not gonna deep dive. And it's like, oh, Star Wars movie, let's go see it, and it will give you that spectacle that you want, but it's different. Like I feel like Marvel's has a considerably larger budget than Star Wars.
I mean, maybe.
I could be completely wrong, but
I mean,
yeah,
it's all Disney at the end of the day. So I'm just thinking that I think Star Wars playing on this Disney Plus is the smartest route for them. I think the movies take time to heal. Also, it'll
absolutely,
probably take,
Ryan.
they would have to schedule around Marvel. That's what they're doing with the TV series, right? Like,
Well, this is the first time now we're getting a little bit of that cross. We get it
right.
with
A little
Bad
bit of like,
Batch, but it's a cartoon. Like
yeah,
they're getting to a point where it's going to be impossible not to have these things cross over. Like I was
mm,
actually only surprised that we had 2 or 3 episodes, one, two, 3 episodes technically because it was a double with a crossover with Miss Marvel. I thought it would have been more. And once you get later on, you're gonna get more and more. I mean, just Willow and like you got all these other things. It's gonna be impossible for them to just
yeah. I think it's
not
good what
have
they're
it.
doing. It's more hits during the week. I mean, I get excited for Wednesdays and Fridays. I mean, sometimes
Hells
I can't
yeah.
watch it, but I'm like, wow, that episode was really good. I hated saying, wow, the episode was really good, and I got to wait till next week. Now I'm just like, oh, I can't wait to see what this is going to happen on Friday. Whether I like it or not, I got that in between. And if they wanted to put a show on Mondays, I'll be down for that. Then I got like, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So
Do you
I don't
think
know.
it's gonna get to a point with them? I don't. I think Netflix
I don't think
has it. They're gonna do it whatever because they have 9 million things that they're doing. But Disney Plus, at least for us right now, is Marvel and DC, Marvel and Star Wars. Do you think it may get to a point where it's like an ABC or a Fox where you have a Monday night lineup, a Tuesday night
Oh,
lineup? Do you see something like that where it's just
I hope
Monday
not.
it's this, Tuesday it's
I
this?
think I don't. I think having a break in between is the smartest thing because it gives people time to digest what they just saw, talk about it, rewatch it, and then go into the next week or stuff. I think if you pack it full of things, people are going to start missing out on certain shows or hold off from watching it or hit that thing where people do with Netflix say, because
Binge.
Netflix, for them to be successful to do things like this, like Netflix, you have to put everything out at once, right? Like Netflix kind of just like they create a season, they're like, all right, all 9 episodes are out and released, you can watch them now, right? So people are
Yeah.
typically binge watch those things in one night. So I think breaking it up and giving people like that the kind of like hunger factor is a smart thing. I think if they did something every single day, we'd be kind of overloaded.
So I love that because it goes back to when I was watching all my shows growing up. Like, oh God, to be continued. What's happening next week on the season finale? I gotta wait. Like that's something I always loved. And though they kind of did that with Stranger Things recently, how they separated it between two.
That pissed me off. But anyway,
Oh,
because
really?
they cut it in a really stupid place, and then B, I mean, well, let's be real. That place where they cut it was absolutely dumb, and then B,
Okay.
it wasn't a great cliffhanger. Like I was just like, okay. So I feel like if they would have released it all at once, they would have successfully. But I understand if they're doing that. Who did that? It's like Attack on Titan anime. They're like the final season, season one, the final season, season two. I'm like, bro, come on, man. Like, which one is gonna be it? You know what they're seeing? They're saying that they're like, okay, our budget's probably not doing good. This might be the last time we could run this. Oh God, we just got a rising people. You know, like finally season two. You know, and I hope they don't do some junk like that. I think Stranger Things, the kids are getting older. You know, they're grown ass people now, so it's only so much more you can do with Stranger
Yeah.
Things. You know,
Plus, you get to talk about it more. I mean, it's all about PR, right? I think as
yeah.
soon as Stranger Things was done, you heard about it that first week, and then didn't hear about it afterwards. Where week after week, you're talking about Star Wars stuff, you're talking about Marvel stuff. What's next? Okay, we finished this series. We got to wait 2 or 3 weeks until Thor: Love and Thunder comes out, and then once this movie's out, what's next? Oh, we got She-Hulk. Once She-Hulk comes out, it's that rinse and repeat of PR and news and getting in front of people instead of just going out on a May the 1st and then you talk about it for a week and then it's dead for the next year, right?
You know, the underlying picture is, what does it do? It gives brand new audience members time to research other things that can lead them up.
Yeah.
If you hunger for something, what are you gonna look for? The comic. You might look for like lore videos. You might look for YouTube video, whatever content. As long as the surrounding Star Wars, you're telling your friends about it. It gives you time to tell your friends about it. And then you and your friend
Yeah.
can watch it together. So it's smart to split things up and not dish it all out at night. And Ryan put up a good point. Somebody can just create a trial account and just watch it and cut it off. It's true.
That is
It's a
true. The
loss of
seven
money.
day, yeah.
Right. The reason why Netflix can do that is because they have a gajillion different shows up, and different things that you could do, and they're literally licensing everything.
Oh
You know,
God, they are.
I mean, they just got Shaman King and calling it their own original. I was like, damn, that's brave. Why God? So it's an interesting standpoint. But anyway, I'm very happy for Disney Plus. I don't care what people say. I think they're doing fantastic. Everyone was afraid that Disney was gonna like become a monopoly and own everything and do it no justice. They're doing justice because they have people that actually are passionate about making great content around what they're doing, and these people are fans of what they're doing, and I hope they continue to do it. Moving on.
I do want to just get to one thing. Moss did actually ask us a question. I said we get to
Oh,
it.
go ahead, Moss.
It's kind of like a couple of steps back here. Do you think we'll see Kang sighting in the first or second or post credit scene at some point in at the end of Miss Marvel?
I don't think so. I think introducing Kang this early is not a good idea. I think what they need to do is assemble who are going to be dealing with Kang first, introduce them, then introduce, because we already know that Kang is a scary thing. Um,
Hmm.
and those around Kang, under him or above him, are even more scary. So you always have to think about like the Guardians of the Galaxy. You have to think about things on a galactic scale, a multiverse scale, and on a personal level. If they just bring Kang in, who's going to deal with them? Well, freaking the nuke, Captain America, Sam Wilson, Captain America. Who else? Miss Marvel, who just discovered her power. Like, Moon Knight. Nah, not really. So it's just like we have to bring in the new blood. We don't even know who's in the MCU still. We don't. I think they have to really develop and find out what the hell's going on with Spider-Man right now. Which they are getting ready to shoot, or like writing up the stuff right now. Tom Holland's definitely in it, by the way. Yay. Zendaya is definitely in it. And Ned is back. What weird? What they said he wasn't anyway. Hopefully not Hobgoblin. Oh my God. I swear, if Ned comes in and he's like ripped and he's like super small, I'm gonna be mad. I like thick Ned. I
Like
really
Big
do.
Ned.
Think about it. I love having
Yeah, yeah.
all body styles on it. Like I
Agreed.
just feel like it gives people something to shoot for. I don't know. Anyway,
I think I could be wrong, but I want to say that Kevin did say, Fahey said that you won't be seeing Kang again until Quantum Mania, or the actor. It was somebody, but he said he wouldn't see Kang until Captain America, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantum Mania, which
yeah.
is February or March of next year, which is essentially right around the corner.
And
But
yeah,
but you also have to realize we're probably going to start hearing some stuff too, because as of a couple of weeks ago, I don't know if we talked about it either, they did just start filming the second season of Loki. So
yep.
so
Yeah.
he's gonna be in that one.
Yeah, well, at least mentions of him in
Yeah, something.
Dustin. Also Mephisto. We don't want to forget about Mephisto. There's, like I said,
I mean,
I keep
are we
telling you guys,
doing that? Are they
Marvel
doing?
doesn't do stupid stuff. Marvel just doesn't put stuff out for no reason, bro. They really focused on him in that episode, and I'm like, oh my god, and we got nothing. I was like, okay, so they're gonna hit us in the head later on. This might be a series of big bads, which is scary and good. Scary for the fact that they might kill really powerful villains off early on, which sucks. Good if we have an actual war. Because Secret Invasion still has to come out
Dude,
too.
that's what I was just saying in my head. You got Mephisto, you got Secret Invasions that I think is slated for, let's
Look,
call it first quarter of
apparently
2013.
Illuminati is supposed to have something. So
I mean, and then you
and
have
also Ant-Man, Wasp was supposed to be a
Kang.
part of the Illuminati, apparently.
They were
Just
saying
supposed to
that
be.
there was another seat that there
Mhm.
was no
That seat was Doctor Strange's seat. The thing is that they were actually going to have that seat not be a thing like Doctor Strange,
mm,
was there, and it was going to be her. But there was a reason why they pulled her, and it probably could be Ant-Man and Wasp movie. And maybe that seat will get filled later. So, because I know I saw something about that. Also, I honestly believe we're gonna get Midnight Suns 100%.
well, we have so I brought this up, and actually Ryan asked, when did they hint about Mephisto, if you want to answer that one while I bring this up
Yeah, it
here.
was in what episode of Loki? Two, three? Uh when they went to the church, the kid, it was like a picture of Mephisto. It was like he was like calling him the devil himself. I have to remember. It's been a while. I think it was
Wait,
like episode.
no, I think we had this discussion. That little kid was talking about female Loki. That wasn't
They showed a
Mephisto.
picture. They showed a picture of Mephisto. He was on the church wall. It was a stained glass. Yeah. It was literally the picture of him. It was like a red devil. And I was like, what the why? Like what? I was like, why is this here?
Oh,
They
yeah.
called
Here
him
it is.
they called
Stained
him
glass
him.
window of Devil and Loki immediately started fans blazing a Mephisto fan theories.
And yeah, because he called him,
Yeah.
like the actual HIM, like capital letters. So I was just like, oh, they don't why the hell would they put that in there? Like it's so unneeded to have that there if it wasn't gonna show up later on at some point. So you know how Marvel is. Marvel will put a bubblegum tape with a wrapper that says, I don't know, Blue Marvel on it. And next thing you know, Blue Marvel will be a character later on, probably 3 or 4 years down the road. So it's one of those interesting things.
Yeah, I mean, they're saying it was just a super weird coincidence, but you can't trust any actor or anything because I can't say it, but yeah, they lie.
Not
Oh yeah,
even
we're not in this movie. We're not going to be in this
yeah,
TV show, and they end
it's
up
not
being
even
there.
that. Marvel, why would you go out of your way to put that there? Like so there's certain things that just doesn't make sense. Like they could have put any stained glass. It could be a blank stained glass. It
Yeah.
didn't have to have that. But there's a reason why I had it, and there's a reason why he said him. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. Because at first I was like, oh my god, we're gonna. There's no way they're gonna introduce him like that. There's too many holes. Like what? So I'm interested, and like I said, I think Midnight Suns is going to be a thing.
Okay, so that's what I
Yeah.
was bringing up. So we have Thor: Love and Thunder coming out July 8th, so essentially 2 weeks from now. August 17th. So as far as Marvel TV shows, we got a good like 2 month hiatus there. With then She-Hulk comes out on August 17th. Then
Mhm.
you got the Marvel Halloween special on Disney Plus in October. Excuse me.
Which is supposed to be really, really good. Wait.
For example, we know that it's being directed by Michael G. Giro. I will focus on Werewolf by Night. So Werewolf by Night, and then they're supposed to have something to do with Moon Knight in there, and apparently the Black Knight as well. So this may be
Yeah,
the start of something. That was
we
just
won't get
that
it
was
until we get Blade and Johnny,
oh
whatever his name is, Ghost
Johnny
Rider.
Blaze, Ghost Rider, yeah.
Yeah, Ghost Rider, and yeah, I honestly, I mean, especially with Midnight Suns coming out, I honestly believe if Midnight Suns do really well, then we're probably going to start seeing more hints of the direction they're going to go. I mean, there's also a different direction they can go with Blade
Oh,
and
get
everyone else.
Craven the Hunter out of here. It's not a Marvel movie. It's a Sony movie. It's gonna be trash. Get it out of this list. Sorry.
Yeah,
It's gonna be another Morbius. Like, do
yeah,
you
that's gonna
hear
be
what they're
bad. Sony,
saying already about it? Like, come on, man, just stop.
yeah, Sony just needs to stop
Oh,
making or trying to attempt Marvel films and just let it live in this Marvel world. Sony just needs to fund it and take money. Like that's all you got to do. Just sit there and take money. Amy, just be up there with right next to your best friend and take money.
yeah.
Like just let them make films, man.
Also,
I hate what I hate. You know, it's really messed up how a video game, Midnight Sun's not even out yet, does a better job with Venom than Sony did with 2 films. Like it's ridiculous. Did you see that trailer?
I saw
Dude,
the
that
most recent trailer. It's dope.
wow, I was like, oh my god, it's like actual Venom. Like I mean, even I mean, they did a fantastic job with that trailer, by the way. But anyway,
How is Wakanda Forever coming out in November? By the way, we are like 4 or 5 months away, essentially, depending on how you
no,
time
I
it.
mean, they already finished filming, but there's no way. I think they still have to go through like edits and delivery. I
And
mean,
they
Winston
just
Duke is
pushed that
in
too.
Africa.
And they
Yeah, I don't think.
just pushed that too. So they're gonna push it again. That's gonna be
Yeah, I think it's
that's
probably
gonna
gonna
be
be March of
interesting.
next year, if anything. I think it'll be March of next year. November is not really a great time for that to come out anyway. So I think if they push more for March of next year and give it some breathing room and let these angry mobbers like calm down for a little bit, and I think that's a good spot. But you know, whatever, I'll watch it. I'll support it. I'll go to the theater to see that 100%. Moving on. What we got? The Flash. The Flash, man. Talk about a character that's always in the news, huh? uh,
Jesus.
some new comics coming out. The positive, negative is I got mugshots. Filming in that movie called The Cell. This guy, there's a point in time where you're just too rich, I guess. I don't know. Maybe you just got too much money where your sense just goes out of the door. You can't buy sense. I don't know, man. I just you're playing the role of a lifetime. You're making money. You're bad at it, but you're still getting paid like you're good at it. And then you go around harassing regular people. I just
Yeah, he needs
what's
to.
his name? Elijah, whatever. Elijah.
Ezra Miller.
That's,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, he
man.
needs to.
He needs to get revoked.
Yeah,
Wait, is he a part of SAG? Have they not kicked the boot? They man, the society kicked Will Smith out of existence, but this dude gets to slap people, throw mics at them, like, and then and then finally got this show. Oh, this movie be canceled, but so the but. I was just like, bro, you guys cancel Will Smith, but this guy gets to live his life. The hell, I don't know, man.
it's wild. It's wild, and it's crazy that the only official comment by DC was, "Yeah, we're not going to be working with him, or everything in the future with him is an indefinite hold." It's
Hold.
like, come on, man. Like, come on, man.
Not even that. Misheard.
White privilege, yeah. Yeah.
Come on, man. It's like this is what I don't get about. It's like everyone, like I keep saying, like, everyone canceled Will Smith from a slap. Get it? It was wrong. They worked it out, grown ass men. But the whole world put him in a like under the ground and canceled every contract there was, like he committed murder. But these people can go and do whatever they want and still be on hold. We don't want to talk about our future with them because we may need them. Like, come on, man. Just put the Barry Allen from the TV show in the movie and call it a day, man. Just do it.
Everyone's saying
Yeah,
that. Agreed. I mean, honestly,
just
they should just cancel that movie. That whole movie
cancel
is
the
just
movie.
is. I love Michael Keaton. Like, I want to see him back as
Yeah,
Batman, but at the same time, that whole plot, the whole script got leaked online. At this
yeah.
point, you just got to cancel it. I don't understand. I know it's
So
money, but at the same time, you're gonna lose money by putting it out. So just call it
You
a
know what
loss,
they
cut it, and start fresh, like they said they wanted to do.
yeah, you know what they should do with Michael Keaton? Just let him be the adult version, like the future version of freaking I don't know Robert's character, or have him do a Damian Wayne series and have him be a dad and like trying to teach his son the way of not being an assassin or start with Damien. I don't know.
Like how
Honestly,
and
I'd rather see the boys.
yeah, I mean how we and I don't want to put us like we're not in LA. We're not making, hundreds of $1 million to write and kind of plan out
That's
a
what we should.
universe, right? But
Yeah.
how is it that on a Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock while we're sipping on coffee, talking on Twitch, we can plan out essentially a whole DC universe and series that people will get behind and people will watch and sink money into and enjoy? Yeah, there'll be hate, but that's life. But
People
compared
just
to
want
what's out now, like, come on,
people just
man.
want a fresh start. Like that's all they want. They just want to know who are their
It
characters and just have them represent DC to the fullest. I mean, I think the Batman was a good start.
was.
I
It
really
was.
do. Dude, did you hear that? They're thinking about doing a Joker too, bro. Come on.
And Lady Gaga is supposed to play Harley Quinn. That's actually awesome when I heard that. I saw that. I was like, oh, that's actually sick. That's awesome.
Oh man, I don't know, man. Like I love Lady Gaga, but bro, come on, man. Like,
She's
come
a
on.
really good actress though. But you have to get
Yeah.
away from, right? You know what? We've said it with Heath. I'm not going to say this is going to be the case with her, but we said it with Heath Ledger.
She's not
We
bad.
said it with Robert
No,
Patterson.
I
We said it
knew
with a
Ledger
lot
was
of
gonna
people.
I thought Robert was gonna do well because he had something to prove, but Lady
Yeah.
Gaga,
But like,
I
but
don't
with
know. I don't know.
but just like Robert, if you look at his prior films outside of Twilight, specifically his most recent ones, she has destroyed it. Like her acting chops recently in a couple of these latest movies she's done. She's like
I
up
mean,
for
wasn't she in
awards.
movies about was it about music?
No, it was Gucci, like the life behind Gucci or Prada, or like one of those ones where it's a whole like murder love story, and she
I mean,
did well.
she can do those because she has that aesthetic. I feel like she could do like, dude. Have you seen what was that? The horror, American Horror.
American Horror
um,
Story, yeah.
no thanks. But I'm not. I think Lady Gaga could pull off stuff. I don't think she could pull off Harley. I don't think Harley Quinn is a good fit for her. I think there's so many other characters that
Okay.
she may do well with. I just don't think Harley Quinn that is going to not do well for her career. If she could put on the best acting, but the problem is it's not the actors, it's the writing that DC has problems with. If they write that character wrong, they're gonna be like, so why isn't our Harley Quinn that we already got do you know how people are gonna be, man? Like people gave her crap and she's good. Like she is a really good Harley Quinn. So I don't know, man. I just
I really want to get your
I can't
reaction to what I read about The Flash, just because I don't care about the film, and I don't think it's going to do anything
I,
in
I, I saw some stuff about it and it's just dumb.
it's just, oh god,
It's just like they had a bunch of people
they jump
send chain emails to each other. It was
right.
like if you don't fill this survey out, you're not gonna live 2 hours. Like they just jot down whatever the word vomit came to their mind and passed on. I honestly just think that at the end of the day, we all want to refresh. I think the Batman is a great refresh for the Batman. Let it sit and marinate. Let's move on to the Flash. Put who people love in the roles, man. Like, why not? It was a hard digest to accept. I forgot his name is Barry Allen when it
Ryan
first came
Costin,
out,
yeah.
right? Because we were like, I mean, I heard that Ryan Reynolds was looked at as Flash. I mean, that could have worked probably actually. And yes, we accept him now. People love him because he does a really good job. He's made his own Flash, and I think that took years. It's just like they kind of pooped on him, and I know he felt that way, and they gave it to this guy that's going around trying to, I don't know, I don't know what the he's trying to do, be bounty hunted or something. I don't know. And then Cyborg, they screwed him.
Oh
The guy that
god.
plays Cyborg, he's perfect for Cyborg.
Yep.
They could literally just start over, rewrite some contracts, and you know what? Take a risk. What do you have to lose at this point? You screwed up every movie you've done. You have nothing to lose. Put the money into the actors. and then watch your money flow. That's what they did with Robert Downey Jr., man. He was a risk, and they said it. He was an
Yeah.
absolute risk to put in the movie. They believed in him, they did it, and it turned his life around. And look where we at now. Like, they could do it. It just upsets me because they're sitting on this. And I'm gonna be honest with
And
you, I'm not
Kevin,
really excited about.
go ahead. I'm
Okay,
sorry, you're not really excited for.
Black Adam.
See,
After the
I
trailer, I'm just not there anymore.
really.
Oh, I feel like that's the movie, bro. They have, you
Oh,
know
the
how DC
trailer showed
does,
the
man.
movie, but it's
How they do
not.
it.
But it's not DC though. That's
I
the
mean,
one
I'm
thing
just
that's
saying,
getting. But yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's another Sony thing. It's like, let's show the whole movie through trailers, get people excited, and then when you go see it, you're just like, oh, so all
Yeah.
right, you
So
know.
two things that you brought up. Kevin Feige was so fed up with oh my god, who is the owner of Marvel Comics?
Stan, not
Ian,
Stan.
no, Ian,
Oh, the new
no,
one.
no. Oh god, what is his name? He was so fed up. Whatever. Ike Perlman. He was so fed
Oh,
up
okay.
with Ike Perlman that he was like this close to leaving to go to DC because he couldn't get anything done until he spoke or did whatever he needed to do to get that switch. And the way the gentleman who's supposed to be running DC film or TV or movies is kind of stating it that way, and hopefully that same thing will happen in such a fashion where they get that Kevin Feige in charge. But outside of that, the other thing I wanted to say was Batman, Ben Affleck, Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot, Flash, Ezra Miller, Aquaman, Jason Momoa, Cyborg, Sam Fisher, and Superman, Henry Cavill. There's two standing right now. Outside of everything and potentially at the end of the movie, there's two standing. And that's trash. That's unbelievable. That's a spit in these actors and our faces, especially everyone. Even if you didn't like the movie, you said Henry Cavill is a dope Superman. Even if you weren't a fan of Man of Steel, even if you weren't a fan of Batman
I think
versus
he embodies
Superman,
Superman.
he embodies both.
I think he
Both.
embodies everything he
Yeah.
plays, bro.
Oh God. Mission
Yeah,
Impossible.
I mean, he's still doing that to this day. He's still loading his fist to this day.
The Witcher.
Uh,
Oh God, he's because he's a fantastic actor.
Well, he's also invested in what he's doing. He's not just reading
Yeah,
a script saying, okay, and this is how I need to do it.
he's a
On top
fan
of
of
being a
it.
great actor, he's a fan. Yeah, he's a fan of it. And there's so many people got to understand this generation now of actors and actresses are our ages. They went through the same. They woke up every morning watching Saturday morning cartoons. These people actually had X-Men trading card games and
Yeah,
painted figure like miniatures and played D&D and played video games. Still to this day play video games. It's
and they're jumping
uh
and they're jumping the shark again.
yeah, man.
Like I just don't understand how you're.
I just want him to win.
It's what do you call it? It's like you fool me once, shame on fool you. Like we're at that point where if they do what they're gonna do with this movie and it sets up what they want to set up, I'm I'm actually gonna be. I think I may actually be done with DC because
Well, have you
it's
seen
2.0. It's ridiculous.
Blue Beetle? Blue Beetle actually looks pretty damn good. I saw the set and I saw the suit looks really. I thought it was all CG. It's not. And I mean
Yes, I
the
did. I
arms and
did.
stuff is, but the
Yeah.
suit looks really. That looks like Marvel quality, like costuming. But then again, we're outside of that shit studio, and like have people that are
It's
actually
TV.
fans making it. So and they're cultured. So I'm really
Yes.
I'm really banking on Blue Beetle to do well. And what's the other one? I think what DC needs to do is if they do a fresh start, stay away from Batman, Superman for now. Like we got to let that breathe, man. It's just bad air, stink every time we see it. Static Shock would be a great restart. Um, what was that? Black Lightning. The show was actually pretty damn good.
I like the show.
And
Yeah.
what was the other one that everybody was raving about? Oh, the black protagonist, lady, the girl. Oh God, what was it
Black
called?
protagonist lady.
Yeah, it was like it's like a side DC show, comics thing, but
Was
oh
it
my
on
God, I can't
this?
remember.
Was it on the CW?
No, I forgot the name of it. But anyway, it was like The Watchmen. Is that what it is?
Oh yeah, The Watchmen was on HBO. It got like one
Yeah.
season. It got canceled. Yeah,
Got canceled, but people were raving
people
about it.
loved it. Yeah.
It's like Lovecraft, even though that's not DC. I'm just saying Lovecraft was it blew my mind. Like I was just like, what? And they canceled it. So I'm just very confused at what's going on. I think if DC lives on HBO, we're good. Because that's a good ground to stand on. I just wish they would pick it up and go with it, man. Uh,
I think they were just behind. If they're gonna start releasing these in the fashion sometime later this year, early next year, they're going to be equal to, at least like show wise, maybe. I don't know about quality, I don't know about viewership, but with Disney Plus, as far as Marvel and Star Wars, they just took them a time to get a home. They thought they were going to have to do it with the DC Universe app and Titans. It didn't work out because of them buying and being sold DC to Viacom, to AT&T, and then to most recently Discovery. So now,
yeah.
hopefully, with HBO Max, now that you already know that they're investing in it with, what is it, 3 or 4? I think it's 3. Uh, um, Christopher Nolan, Matt Reeves,
Matt Reeves, yeah.
Batverse. You got Blue Beetle, you got Batwoman on there now. Another Teen Titans, or Titans, excuse me, show is going to be on there. They got the kids stuff with the Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy show, even though it's not kid, it's adults. Like it's taking them time to get it rolling, but if that does well, I really hope that it transfers to film and they just get out of everything they're doing. But
Yeah.
that's hope. You know,
Or they can just
it is what it is. I don't know.
why don't they just bank on animations and then
Yeah.
take those characters and make them live action? Like Young Justice, I think people would lose their poop if Young Justice was made into a live action and
Oh
they
God,
actually
I'd love
stuck
that,
to the
man.
show and made it a continuation, dude. It's there. I mean, it's they have the recipes. It's just how are you gonna, or the blueprints? How are you gonna build it?
Yeah,
Like,
they started to try to do that with Titans, but they started too far back, and
yeah,
now they're at a place where they essentially are kind of Young Justice, but if you just did what you said, I think it would have went over and would have been a lot larger than what it was. Like everyone loves. You put up you say the name Red Hood, I can't think of someone that goes eh. Like they like the character, they like the idea of it, and polar opposite of Batman essentially, and it's awesome. And the way they did Red Hood was just, oh
yeah.
God,
I mean,
it's
they really need to
horrible.
hire Jensen Atkins. Like,
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
he's reached
Dean
out to him. They haven't
Winchester.
said anything. I mean, he's done so well. I mean, look what he's doing with the boys. The boys is blowing up, dude. Like, absolutely, just at this
Bruh.
point, you just need to put the boys in theaters as well. Like at this point, I think they have it. I mean, Amazon Prime's got a goose egg on them right now. And I haven't seen the latest season, but I'm going to watch it because I'm just waiting for it to build up. And it's just like you know, it's interesting because Jensen's on social media, he's on Instagram a lot. When Supernatural was being out, he went from a young, energetic person to like daunting and tired, but knew that was the only thing that he had. Now he's like in the sunny beaches and filming himself, like, just, you guys should watch The Boys. It's gonna be great. Don't tell me I didn't warn you, da 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 stuff. And he's just like loving his life right now again. And this, you could tell when an actor is like moisturized and hydrated and stuff, that that they're in a good space, you know? Everybody at DC probably, I mean, Gal Gadot had to have babies, bro. She was like, I need to get this, I need sex. Okay. It's like Jennifer Lawrence. Like Jennifer Lawrence at X-Men. Homeboy was like, what were you doing this whole time? Having
Jesus Christ. Okay
you
then.
gotta figure it out, bro. Let's just be real. I love her just for the simple fact that that girl ain't got no filter. But anyway, yeah, the Flash. Cross
God,
your
what
fingers.
happened to her actually?
Comics. Having sex. She
Yeah.
was dead up. She's hella pregnant, bro. She is like, Jennifer's living her life, man. She's living her life. She said a couple of dumb shit. She took a break for people to forget about it. Had sex, came back. Now people are like, "Oh, look, Jennifer facts. That's great," and that's it. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. I just thought I better not see. I love Jessica Alba, but I better not see you in Fantastic Four.
Oh my
Just say.
God.
Anyway. So yeah. The Flash has some comic books coming out and stuff. You guys should check that out. Comixology is always a great spot to check out. If you have a Prime sub, you get it for free. And or you get to rent some comic books. I think it's up to like 5 or 10 comics, maybe 5 comics at a time. You can always switch them out and stuff like that. 50,000 comics available. Also, Charles Soule and Will Sliney has their books up there. So does Scott Snyder. It's a great place to check out like personal projects of your favorite artists and favorite writers, and you guys got that one for free. Comicology. Um, do manga. So manga and anime, something that we're going to include in comics because it's just as important. Manga is definitely setting the precedence for a lot of comic books. There's a lot of things going with that. Let's talk about the whole. First, let's talk about the good stuff that's come out recently that can translate to comic, manga, and anime, and that's like Ninja Turtles released. Shredder's Revenge, phenomenal game, plays like a charm on every
Oh,
system.
awesome.
6 players, it's chaotic as hell. It's a really fun. I did beat it. The story mode is really great. The arcade mode is really fun as well. It's very challenging. Definitely a fun thing. Check it out. Um, there was something else there that I was gonna go with. Oh, Marvel Avengers. Jane Foster is releasing very soon.
Yeah.
Um, very big question mark because we thought we were gonna get, Jennifer She-Hulk, but she's coming. Shows get pushed back, so does characters. I told you, 1 and 1. Jane Foster and Love and Thunder got pushed up because that's marketable. I will be doing the show for Xbox on July the 5th, I believe, or Tuesday, whatever that Tuesday is. Um, I think it's the 5th. Monday's
Not June 28th, but July 5th then.
July
Yeah,
5th.
so after July 4th, July 5th. Yeah, Tuesday, July 5th.
Yep, July 5th, I'll be doing a show with Brian and Adam and like people from Crystal Dynamics, and we'll be going over. I'll be playing Jane Foster, going over a whole bunch of things.
Awesome,
A lot of
man.
people, yeah, because people got a ton of questions about what the hell's the company going through and what's happening, and you guys got bought out. Where's the roadblock? The roadmap plan has changed. Are we on a 3 year, not a 5 year anymore? And you guys are hiring. I'm scared, So people are like up there. I know they're gonna tell me what not to do, but I know my ways around those. I did, yeah,
You're
I did
smart.
talk to Bob Duck and Weave, so
Yeah.
he will be on our show
Bob is
coming
awesome.
up at some point to talk about all things Marvel Avengers, because that's a big part of our gaming. I mean, we don't have many great Marvel games out, and Marvel Avengers is holding on by a thread. But apparently, with these new changes, some of the hardcore fans feel like they're going in the right direction. A lot of the casual players don't. So we wanna find out what's going on with that.
You also had an
Um,
interesting take on the first couple of episodes of Obi-Wan too, which I didn't
mm,
really hear a lot of. I mean, at
mm,
the end he enjoyed it, but like I would love to ask him more about it because as a casual
right,
Star Wars fan, but someone that does like deep dive when I need to, I would love to hear why or what it was that wasn't grabbing him or made him, I don't want to
well,
say
he said that
dislike,
early on,
but
and he said he was holding on. So I think he's been sold.
he did say
Uh,
that he enjoyed the last two
the
episode,
last
and
few
I'm
episodes,
in, yeah.
right,
But the first, but specifically when I said I know where you could talk about it, when I replied to that one, I think that was like the first 4 episodes, and he was still like, I don't know. Essentially, I don't like this. That's what I got out of that tweet.
I feel that way with Boba Fett. I was just like, I can't get in this shit. Boring. Like it's not the Boba Fett I remember. Like this dude is what is he? Freaking, he's like a political icon. Like what is going on? Like I want bounty hunter Boba Fett. That's what I
Yeah.
want. But anyway, whatever. It is what it is. Anyway, Hunter x Hunter teases new chapters, which essentially may lead to a new anime. I mean, we people rave about Hunter x Hunter like it's the best thing that ever came since cut bread. You know, of its time, it was great. I think it didn't age well. I think Dragon Ball Z is better because it ages well. But at the end of the day, it's a great anime and a great book or manga, and you guys should check it out, Hunter x Hunter. But I Return to Bleach is scary. I want to see it. I want some more Bankai. That
Oh
shit. That
yeah.
shit just that just. I mean, that man. I don't care what people say. Bleach ruined itself because they had too many fillers that didn't make sense. But
Yeah,
man,
there was so many fillers, but because that show also went from 0 to 60. Like that was
bro, when it
those
hit,
last
oh
couple of
my
seasons, those last couple of I get that last season or two when they're
god.
those bad
Mm.
guys and the creativity and their
Yeah, yeah,
power ups and bankais, like that was
yeah, dude.
it was incredible. The sword fighting was
Some good
awesome too.
ideas.
I loved watching Bleach for sure. And
I think Bleach is gonna do well. I just think they got to cut down. They need to do the Boruto thing. If you're gonna have fillers, make them
ooh,
like relate to the story. Even if it's like completely outside, at least let the character development happen. Like those fillers were like it was like in the middle of the biggest episode ever, and you're like, oh my god, I can't wait the next week. And then you look, and they're talking about rescuing kittens or some shit. And you're like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
Bankai rescue
You're
no
right.
kitten? You know, like anyway.
Oh my
Um,
god.
yep. Week if you like anime, watch Tact OP Destiny. It's like my one of my top three of 2022. Came out in 2021, but Tact, that's TAKT Destiny, super good. I thought it was fantastic from start to finish. It was a one shot season. There's not another season out right now, and we don't know if we're getting another season. But man, which I mean, they hinted at it. I would just say that. But
it's on
man, what a good show!
it's on a
Very
Crunchyroll.
yeah, it's on Crunchyroll. It's very unique. It's about a overarching story is this music is outlawed for a reason. There's these things called D2s that came down from a meteorite a long time ago, like aliens almost, and slaughtered a lot of humans and stuff. And they respond to a certain like tone that you can find in music. It's like certain like high vibration tones, and they just go berserk when they hear this thing. And
Oh
the
wow.
people of Earth created these magic arts who are these they're all women. There are no males. They're all females, and they are used as weapons to kill these D2s. You go into a story of Tact, who's a young kid that loves music, who has a father that's a maestro. And something happens, some events happen, and then next thing you know, a bigger event happens, and he unwillingly becomes a maestro, which is like a conductor for the magic arts who are weapons. And it's really, really good. It's a very unique story. Yeah, yeah, Paul. It's a very unique story. It's my top three so far for 2022, even though it came out in 2021. It's fantastic. It's about 12 episodes long. I highly suggest you watch the sub, not the dub. And it's really, really good.
The first thing I see when I scroll down in Crunchyroll, like next up upcoming episodes, Attack on Titan final season.
I told you,
And
man.
I just want to be like, is it the final season? The final? So like,
No,
what? What?
they're on final season three. Like the finale season three is what they're on right now. Like I'm not even
Oh my
kidding.
god.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I got off Attack on Titan boat because I was like, this is really getting on my nerves. The main character I want to slap, and then he became like a complete 180, like a badass villain motherfucker, you know. And then I was just like, this is cool. And then they're just like, and cut. I'm like, what the what? You know, he finally got what he wants, and then they just cut it, and we finale season three. I was like, are you
Oh
kidding me?
my god.
Like,
Where do you recommend, or what is like your top 2 or 3 places to watch these animes, whether it's dubbed or subbed?
Crunchyroll, Netflix, and Prime when they have them.
So those three. Oh, so Netflix I know has a bunch of anime. Okay,
Netflix
Crunchyroll is
has
the big one though.
yeah, Crunchyroll is like the number one. Funimation, I would say, but they kind of like got together.
Yeah,
Funimation and
Funimation
Crunchyroll
and yeah.
kind of together, and now a part of Sony. Yeah, Sony picked them up.
Yes.
So Sony PlayStation, yeah, you got that. It's a good place to watch. But you can literally get Crunchyroll app on everything. But yeah, Crunchyroll is the best because their licensing and their subs and dubs are really good. And sometimes, I mean, they work professionally with the creators and stuff as well. And they're huge. They have their own convention and everything. So Funimation got swallowed by Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll got swallowed by Sony. So that's the best place. Netflix has Netflix originals, which are baller AF because Netflix goes beyond the filter, like Castlevania, Studio
Castlevania is
Mirror,
great.
Studio
Yeah.
Trigger. There's a new Paul. What's the new one coming out with Studio Trigger? Oh
Yeah.
yes, the new subtitle thing that they got is really bad. But the I watched the last thing I watched on Netflix was the about vampires. I
Ooh.
forgot what it's called, and that the subtitles were fine on that. I forgot what it's called, but the new show they got out, the subtitles don't even like they don't even match what they're saying. It's really weird. Is it Chainsaw Man? I can't remember. Studio, maybe it's Chainsaw Man. Studio Trigger's doing something coming up.
Studio Trigger
Yeah.
set to premiere Cyberpunk anime at Anime Expo.
Oh,
Are you talking about
Cyberpunk.
that?
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Cyberpunk Edge Runners. First
Yeah,
trailer
yeah.
is
Edge Runner.
short and sharp.
Yeah,
Wait, is
it's
that
supposed to
based
be
on the
really good.
Cyberpunk game? Or is it just
Yeah,
called
yeah. Cyberpunk
really
World,
the
the world,
world? Yeah.
which is supposed to lead into whatever they're doing Unreal Engine 5 coming up because that's going to essentially be the real Cyberpunk we're supposed to get.
And that
It
game.
looks good in Unreal Engine
Dude,
5,
bro,
bro.
Unreal Engine 5 is
Even
just
have you seen it?
insane, dude.
I can't even differentiate. I thought it was. I didn't think it was like a video game. I thought this was live action. Like if that. But see, I don't. I had to pull myself back to reality because I said the same thing about Cyberpunk when I first saw the trailers. You know, so boy, if they stick with that, I was just like, ah, like I
Yeah.
was just like, my God.
But will your PC play Cyberpunk on Unreal Engine 5? Nope.
Yeah, mine will.
Your will, Zydax. Yay.
Yeah, everybody else, I don't know. PlayStation 5, yeah, I'm pretty sure it will. PlayStation 5 is powerful, man.
God, yeah,
It's
these
got
new systems
some
are
hardware in
insane.
it. Yeah, they just need systems. I mean, Xbox Series X is outselling it in Japan, and that's wild. But yeah, so those are the things you want to keep your eyes up on. Upcoming comic books, Ren series, you definitely want to watch out for Ren series. Anything Charles Soules and Will Sliney on it, pick it up. Stay away from Miles Morales. What if for a while? Just don't do it. Just read the original Miles
Will
Morales
age
if you
well.
really want to have Spider-Man. The new run of Peter Parker, Amazing Spider-Man, Spectacular. I think it's Amazing Spider-Man. The run of Amazing Spider-Man is pretty. It pretty hits home. It hits home pretty well. If you miss Peter, go do that. The Ben Riley stuff is interesting. You could definitely read that. You can get caught up on Secret Invasions. I would go back and read the old stuff. Secret Invasion, Secret Wars, House of M. If you haven't read those yet, read those. Those are get your mind going. You probably will look at you know WandaVision and all that stuff in a different light if you start like I don't know piecing stuff together.
I do actually want to go back and excuse me. I do want to go back and read Secret Wars because I have, there's been so much talk with Secret Wars obviously coming out, and then obviously Doctor
Secret
Doom's
Invasion.
name, Secret Invasion, excuse me. No, yeah, Secret Wars is the big one where that would be the movie. So Secret Wars with
Black.
Samuel L. Jackson, yeah. So Secret Invasion, and then I also want to, because there's so much talk about Doctor Doom, I do want to read up more on what was it, Battle Planet, I think it's called, because there's a lot of talk about that out there too. It's kind of like where there's smoke, there's fire. So I do want to get
Yeah.
back into reading whenever I figure out time. Um, those
Yeah.
two things, yeah.
Yep, still currently reading. I'm spacing it out because I'll binge read and knock them out in 15 minutes. Solo Leveling manga, really good. Just only complaint is they use up a lot of pages for very little story. And I'm a big fan of art and stuff, and I love it. But it's
Hmm.
just like a whole 2 pages. You get like 3 word bubbles in it, and you're still trying to figure out what the freak is going on. I'm just like, eh. So that first volume was kind of like 8 out of 10 for me, maybe a 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. And the only reason why I ranked it so high is because of the art was really good. And like the mystery behind it was great, but the character development is kind of shoddy, and like just overall everything is kind of subpar. It's okay. It's like very mid. So I'm hoping that volume 2, 3, and 4 is better. Those books are $20 a pop, so they better be good.
Wow.
Yeah, they're massive. But I mean, it's thick books, but it's just a lot. It's just not much story arc there. You just know that this kid is weak as AF, and it's a shonen. He's weak AF, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna be OP as hell. Hence the name Solo Leveling. And he kind of goes through this thing where something happens to him, and he's like, I'm feeling a little stronger, and then it's a isekai shonen, and
Jar?
yeah, it's an isekai shonen, and next thing you know, the isekai world version of what he is threatens to kill him every time he doesn't do something right.
God
So,
damn, all right.
it's weird as hell, but it's a cool little plot. Castlevania has some new anime coming, and that shit looks
Good,
good.
good, good. More Castlevania anime, the better, for sure.
Oh my gosh, Castlevania has definitely set the record for Netflix. Like, oh my gosh, anime. Like they have everything.
Oh, and we're getting we're getting another season. Kevin Smith announced it, another season of He-Man on Netflix too.
Oh, sick.
Another season of anime of Revelations Part 2 or
I
whatever
wonder,
they're calling, which is awesome.
I wonder if Mark is working on it. He might be.
I mean, if
Not Mark.
Skeletor's in it,
Wait, not Mark. Brian.
no,
Brian.
you're
Brian. Brian. What's his name? Brian. Man, we have so many guests on here. Who we have? The he worked on He-Man.
Yeah, I know. So he was Adora.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. It's Brian, right? Brian. I think it's Brian.
Mark Bernard.
Oh, it was Mark. I did say it right the first time. Okay. When I said that, you kind of looked at me funny. I was like, oh,
Bernardin.
maybe it's Brian
Bernardin.
then.
Yeah,
Shit.
Mark. Well, you were
Yeah,
saying
Mark.
Mark because I was thinking of Mark Hamill as a voice
Oh,
actor
no,
for
no, no,
it.
no.
Then I,
Yeah, Mark Bernard.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I wonder if he's working on that. Probably. He said he gave us like a little weird like when we
Ah.
mentioned it.
And then like 2 weeks later
Um,
they announced it. So it was like, oh, that's why. Okay.
yeah. Any indie comments. Like I said, guys, any indie comments. Here's your homework for today. Tell people about this channel. Please follow
Yes.
the channel. Follow the channel. It's free. We have 1 follower so far, and that's me. Okay. So I think we only have, I mean, that's what all I see right now is 1 follower. So please follow the channel. Oh, you guys follow? Okay, maybe it's not updated for me. Please follow the channel.
Yeah,
Follow the
we got
Twitter. We need to have commands done. Exclamation mark, socials or Twitter or some shit. We got to have all that stuff up, guys. We're going through phase 2 right now. This is just a taste of it. This is not done. It's going to be really, really great, and we're going to have great guests on. Not only superstar guests, we're going to have guests on that are part of of this streamiverse. So just have
Yep.
great conversations. We might have some regulars. Bob is really wanting to be on the show, which is really great. I just talked to him not so long ago, so we're gonna get him on the show, and he really wants to talk. He really just wants to sit down and shoot the shit with people that enjoy comics, and I respect that. We're gonna get some ladies on the show as well that are very versed in comics, or people that aren't versed in comics. I think it'd be fun to have both sides that watch the stuff and not very versed in comics to get their side of the story and see what they think about stuff. And going forward, and yeah, so that's all I got to talk about today. It was a lot, but
It was a lot. It was a good flow. I mean, we did go back and forth here and there, and my voice wasn't working for the first few minutes, but tech, smile. Now I know what it was, so it makes sense. But yeah, no, it was a cool first, second episode of phase 2. And like you said, I'm excited to see and have uh more guests on outside of actors, actresses, writer, because it's great to speak with them. Don't get me wrong, and I look forward to even getting bigger with it. But having someone like Bob and other creators like ourselves, just like you said, to shoot the shit with about this, that love this stuff, it brings up awesome conversations. Meant to or not meant to, it's gonna bring up awesome conversations.
Yeah, he's really passionate.
Oh
Man, he's
yeah,
just a passionate person in general. And the one thing I will say about Bob is that he's very optimistic when it comes to a lot of things, and he's like we were just talking about Marvel Avengers, the game, and he's super optimistic about the game. And I was like, wow, man. I was like, it's very interesting hearing this come from you because you have been there since day one, like literally every
yes,
day
yeah.
supporting, whether it was negative or positive, you were in there. And the fact that you believe in the company, dude, that says a lot. And I was like, we got to talk about this. Like, we just got to. So I wish I could bring him on the Xbox show, but it's out of my hands. Yep. So yeah, that'll be July 5th. You watch that, guys. Yep. So we'll see you next Saturday on this channel. This is the new channel. This is our new home. We have to build it from the ground up. It's the grind. It feels like it's interesting to me because here we are with a here I am with another channel. I haven't felt this since 8.5 years ago. Like having to
Wow. Okay.
open the ground up, man. So it's exciting to me. I don't know. It's like restarting a new character in an MMO. You're at level 180 and you've been doing all this stuff, and then you look back and you're like, I want to feel the grind again. The grind where I don't have to worry about it as much. Of course I worry about it, but you know what I mean. It's like I've already tasted the forbidden fruit, so to speak. I don't have to like, go back and do it again. So yeah, building it from the ground up. You're here on the journey with us. You are our day oneers. So congratulations on that. And whenever we get our little affiliate sub button, you will get the
The
first
one.
little emblem. Yeah. So that's exciting. Yeah, the grind. Yeah, grind emotes and sub. That's what I'm saying. I'll be doing the emotes and they're gonna be fire. So make sure you guys are here for
God,
that.
I
We'll
can't
have
even
like
imagine that.
maybe little Frank and Mac, like Chibi wondering wearing different costumes. I don't know what we're gonna do. I'll just figure it out.
Yeah, we
Anyway.
talked about merch too. We got to figure that out as well. That's going to be
Yeah,
interesting.
all that stuff. Yeah, we're gonna do it up, guys, and then we plan on being, at places live eventually down the road, premieres, hopefully down the road,
Do
having big
you?
stars on the show, like
Yeah,
all that stuff.
you have obviously your You just talked about it, July 5th, your Xbox. Do you know what time that is, or you can't say anything yet about outside of that?
I don't think we settled on a finalized
Is it going to
time
be
yet, but when we
Xbox's
do,
channel or your channel?
no Xbox.
All right, so
It'll be on Xbox.
of course we'll talk about that
Yeah,
and
I'll
get that
have all
out
the
there.
information. We'll post it. Just make sure you guys follow the Twitter. If you're on podcast, please follow our Twitter. It's free to follow. Please follow our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ the Commix Show. That's two M's. Okay. And that's two M's IX at the end. Please, please, please. I can't explain to you how important it is to tell your friends about this show. It's a wholesome show. We have fun. You know, we respect everyone, and just we,
How's
we
that?
really wanted to grow and be big on not even be big. We just wanted to grow on Twitch and podcast world. Okay, we really care about it. We had a really good sit down with everyone,
Yeah.
and everyone is very passionate about this show. We discussed everything. We discussed, you know, timelines and whether we should, keep going or not. And everyone believes in the project. So please. Okay. All right. Thank you so very much, everyone. We're going to post the socials in the. Yeah, we'll make that. So twitter.com/the Commix Show, twitch.com/the Commix Show. I don't know why I'm posting that because you guys are in the channel, but just in case somebody's watching from an external site that has a chat up, there you go. Yep, that's us. All right, Matt, you got anything else to say?
No, thank you everyone for hanging out with us today and sticking with us for a little over a year now. As Frank said, we got some cool stuff coming up, but
Easy.
yeah, it's actually been from Chloe being born 2 weeks later being here. It's been a wild ride.
True, dude. That's true.
But yeah, no, it's gonna be fun. We got a lot of cool stuff coming out and coming up. And as far as like the next week at least, I'm excited to see what happens in Miss Marvel. Seeing and hearing more about Thor: Love and Thunder. Seeing what's going to be happening in the comic book world. I feel like we're on the precipice of just hearing some wild stuff. I don't know why. I feel like we're going to get some more video game news again. It's that time of the year. Yeah. We got hit with a bunch like 2 weeks ago. We haven't heard anything since. I feel like we're going to get it again.
Too.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Lots of comic book, like comic game cancels. We had 2 so far, and it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the Marvel MMO, which you weren't happy about, big coming out, period, from that studio. So
I just hate that they even announced it. It was just dumb. They didn't even have a full staff. I was pissed when I found out. Anyway.
Yeah, but I think that's it. I'm gonna be streaming all week. Gonna be opening up some Pokemon cards, playing some video games, checking some stuff out. I may download the Cycle. I don't know, not the Cycle. The Star Citizen. Something about it looks really cool. I just don't know. Yeah. I just don't know if I could dive the time into it, man. It just looks like one of those games that's time. Yeah, that too.
It's buggy, but it's dude. That game is fantastic. Download the Cycle. You can definitely play with us. It's exciting. It's Tarkov in space, and it. I would say it doesn't give you the same anxiety as Tarkov, but
it does.
After we played the release, holy shit, man, it's dogfighting. It's just like, it feels like a BR. There's so much dogfighting, man.
Nice.
But it's really exciting though. It's really exciting.
Yeah, no, I tried the Cycle out like when it first came out. I know it's completely different now, but that was something that I was planning on. Cycle's already downloaded. I was thinking about Star Citizen. I just screwed up my titles there, but yeah, I'm probably gonna be playing that and a bunch of other things. But have actually, you know what's been a lot of fun too? Playing a while. Fall Guys. Playing Fall Guys again. That's been a lot of fun.
I was cussing, so I had to get off. Oh, it's a kid's show. You're doing that.
Oh my god.
That game sets you up to failure. That tail thing still pisses me off. Anyway, it's out there. It's a fun game.
How about you?
There is something else. Yeah, I will be doing Star Citizen after this. I got a little group that we do Star Citizen with. We RP.
I'll be watching.
Cinematic wise, I literally clean off my whole entire screen and make it extremely cinematic. It looks like you're watching it on IMAX essentially, or like, well, not literally IMAX, but it looks like you're watching it in the theater. We use comms and we do our voices. We do everything. Like, let's see, is this one right here? That's the one. No, not another one.
Microphone.
Yeah, this one. We do this like we're in space.
Oh,
we do all kinds of, we do everything. So when we have our helmet on, this is what we sound like. And if we take our helmet off, we sound like this. And that's what we do in game. And they actually have mocap if you use your camera, and it maps out your whole face. And
really,
if I do this, the character does that. If I do this, the character, they have it all built.
So cool. I did not know that.
Released a big update, a huge ground FPS update where you go on Orison, it's the planet of the clouds, and you fight these NPCs, and PvP is not um it's not supported, but you can still PvP people, but you probably get slapped up, but you could still do it because Star Citizen isn't about like regulating you. It's like there's laws in the game that will take care of you. Yeah,
Oh, so if you
like
PvP when you're not supposed to PvP or something like that, then you get
you
like a
can get away with
bounty
it,
and
bro.
like
You might get
law.
yep. You get once, you get a crim stat. People can hurt.
Oh shit. Okay, cool, cool,
Dude,
cool,
I
cool,
got
cool.
scammed by a cop, and I was like, it's because I'm black?" It's just like the police ship scammed me for no reason. He was like,
Oh
people on my monitor, and they were like, "You stay still, don't move. We're scanning your show." I was like, "I ain't got no contraband, man." But you can have contraband. Like you can
my
sell
god.
drugs. And
Wow. You can go.
yeah,
Okay,
it's hard to tell.
interesting. I didn't realize it
It's
goes that
really
deep.
I'm telling man, it's funny today. Somebody came in, they were like, Star Citizen, isn't that the game that's been developing for 10 years and nothing's in it? And I was like, yeah, you definitely have never played. So you can't
You've
say that.
never watched or
He
played.
was like, well, the CEO just pocketed the money. I was like, and put it into the game. Yeah. And like, it was a $10 million Kickstarter. Yeah, they got it. And they're still raising money. They're just building their new office in EU, and it's a huge building. So they introduced the Bantu ships, which is alien ships. They're all organic looking. It's so sick. They have a ground crash ship that they
So how do
just
you make
populated.
money? Is it pay to win or do
Dude,
you have
no,
to?
no, no. Ain't no pay to win. You make money by doing jobs. You could be a medic. You can be um
Oh,
soon to be an engineer. You can do cargo runs. So you get a ship and you do cargo runs. You take it, you deliver them like across the
galaxy.
universe. You can do bounty hunting. You could be a pirate. You can literally blow up people's ship and take their stuff, or steal their ships. You do all kinds of stuff. But like I said, if you're not good at the game, don't be a crim because you'll get slapped up. Will
Okay.
hunt you. You can do all kinds of stuff, man. And you can make a certain place your home. It's Star Citizen is what you make it. It's a sandbox sim. It's a space sim experience that's classified as like MMO ish. Soon they're gonna mesh the servers, and they're gonna have like a lot of people on the same server,
Oh
and it's gonna
Jesus.
get really really fun. Um, it's great, man. It's worth the bugs. It's worth the time. You want to spend $45 using the code exclamation mark SC in my chat. um, but no, it's very. You spend $45, you're gonna be like, holy shit, this is they did this much with the game. This is incredible. Dude, just flying around or just looking around, you'll be blown away. You'll spend 2 hours just looking at stuff.
What time are you
Going
gonna
to
start playing it today?
as soon as we're done.
All right, I'll
After
be
our
popping on.
yeah, dude. So anyway, after all that long stuff, you can find me on twitch.tv/technique, TECHNIQ, no U, no E. Also, you can find me on Twitter at Technique TV, where pretty much if anything's happening, you'll find me there. July is gonna be busy for me, of course. I'll be going to somewhere. I don't know if I can say it. I'll be going. Let's just say I'm doing something with St. Jude.
Nice, man.
In July, because I love those kids. I fucking love them. And so if you got any charity, there's a lot of charities being had right now. There's a really bad thing that happened in the U.S. recently. So please, if you see any charities, if you see somebody hurting, just be sympathetic, even if you don't agree with what they're saying. When it comes to that matter at hand, just be sympathetic, and if you don't have nothing nice to say, just don't fucking say it. Just don't do it. People are grieving right now. All right. Anyway, that's it for the comic show here today, and we hope to see you on the mix next time. Next Saturday, I believe we'll be back. So
See.
thank you very much, everybody, for listening and watching. Have a great day.
Have a great weekend. Have a great day. Bye.